Welcome to the Whiskey Vault.
I'm Daniel.
I'm Rex, and this is, hey, we got Highland Park Valknut.
It's pronounced Valknut.
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 That's not it. Valknut.
I think the L and the K and the end are silent. So it's Vut. I think that's the correct way to pronounce it.
Really?
No.
It's like every other word is silent. Every other letter is silent.
Now, all consonant in Viking, all consonants are silent. They put them in there, but they don't actually use them.
Can you be racist against Vikings?
Maybe. They're all, yeah.
Forging new ground.
What are they going to do, get on their boat and head over here to Texas?
It's the bleeding edge.
Come at me, bro. I'm landlocked. This is from Harry Falkenberg. It was definitely a titan of whiskey.
Harry, why do you do this, man?
Harry Falkenberg.
Here we go.
With a kick-ass BMW.
It just blows up because the name is just so powerful.
So this is, I'm actually kind of interested in this one. Because this is a predominantly sherry cask Highland Park.
Okay.
But they also left in some peat smoke.
Yeah, no, I get the peat smoke. I'm trying to find like the dark fruitiness from sherry that...
Oh no, that's the number one thing on the nose.
I'm not getting that.
Sherry cask.
I'm not getting dark fruitiness.
What? It's like I never...
I'm not getting it. You just leave.
Gesticulate. I just can't even.
When it cuts to you in the parking lot.
I just.
The hard cut to your front door.
Yeah, that's it's like the Monty Python sketch with the dude. It's Monty Python Flying Circus.
It's the middle of the night. You're laying in your bed.
I just don't understand.
Then it jumps ahead. You have grandchildren sitting on your lap. I just
can't even.
So what I'm getting on the nose is that earthiness from the peat, and then there is a sweeter element.
Sure. What kind of sweetness? Right?
It's not what I associate with.
We're totally not drunk. We're not even that far into the whole review slip.
No, we're not. It was just so that sweet element for me. It's like a vanilla.
Okay.
A vanilla and
I will buy the vanilla creamy note.
A malty creamy vanilla.
Rounded
a
barley.
Malty creamy vanilla with the earthiness from that peat.
The taste is a little thinner than I would have expected. It's ringing in at 46.8% alcohol, and it gets a little bright and shiny with the little ashy note.
Bright and shiny, and I'm starting to get some of the dark fruits. But again, it doesn't feel like that groundswell that I very often get from sherry finished stuff.
There's a certain kind of dark... What is this reminding me of?
Yeah. You know what?
Okay, so have you ever had curry?
I can't say nuttiness again.
Yeah, I know.
Because we just did it.
Yeah.
We went on and on about the nuttiness, but I'm saying.
So there's this, there's something in an Indian curry where you have this, and I can't remember which dish it is, but it's this sweet, really sweet kind of fruit, but has all of the pepper spice of a curry wrapped around it. And so you get this like really dense, sweet burst of fruit, and then bing, a zing of like super spice. And in this, I'm getting this burst of fruit, and then immediately followed by the ashy note of the peat.
I think so would you agree that this is a fairly unique Highland Park?
It is, and I brought the Magnus to compare.
Yeah, it's not wildly opposite end of the spectrum, but as far as Highland Parks go, it's it's a little off the beaten path.
When we were in Rhode Island, I tasted what I think may be my all-time favorite Highland Park.
That would be Connecticut.
And that's right. We were in Connecticut when we tasted it. We flew to Rhode Island. Right. We were in Connecticut, and one of the tables was Highland Park.
Yeah.
And he had brought the 16 Viking. It was more heavily peated Highland Park. And it was my favorite Highland Park that I've tried to date.
Did you try the tattoo thing?
Yeah.
Oh, I really like the tattoo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was nice.
Okay, so if we're just doing the generic Magnus, which everybody can get, there's still spice and peat in that one.
Not as much, though.
No.
This is more...
But it's the same character.
This is more...
It's wild. This turned down 50%.
So you're saying this and this. Explain.
Okay. The Magnus...
Right.
is Valknut turned down 50%.
The Magnus is the Valknut turned down 50. Yeah. I would, yeah.
You see what I mean?
Yes, but
and the Valknut's more dense.
it is more dense.
Yeah.
Those are some dense Valknuts.
But it's right on the spectrum of just same flavors, just turned up a little bit.
Those Valknuts hang heavy and low.
All right, read your damn comments.
Hold on, I'm Valknutting.
Is that gonna be a new? He turned it into a verb. Don't bother me.
I'm Valknutting.
Valknutting.
Almost finished. Talmadge Matthew Rogers. Any of you other poor bastards doing Sober October? Ours is October 25th.
Well, okay, so I wrote that.
Oh.
Just so we would remember.
Oh, all right.
So no, we're not doing Sober October because it's October right now.
So, but we do Dry Week 4 times a year.
Oh, yeah. This is coming up, starting October
25th.
ending
November 1st.
There you go.
That's going to be the Dry Week. It's on the calendar.
It's on the calendar.
On whiskeytribe.com, there's a little...
That's right.
This is calendar, and you can see things on
And
the
by the way, just a reminder, we're no longer shooting Dry Week episodes, so for us that means this channel goes dark on new episodes.
And we try and get
for a week.
caught up on all the stuff we should have been doing
We
a
mostly
million
just
years
go
ago.
to sleep.
Like the Titan animation.
Yeah. Maybe that's when it'll finally be completed.
I'd like to get it done before
During
then.
Dry Week.
I'd like to get, if it, like that's the drop dead time.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I'd like to get it done before then. Todd Davis, if you got a gift box, limited edition from a distillery tour, would you keep it as a collectible or drink it? Drink it.
Drink it.
Yeah. Well, and if
I wonder what everyone else does, because I've got a whole bunch of special collector's edition fancy shit.
Sure.
They're all open. Because every time I get one, I was like, whiskey made to be consumed.
Yeah. Well, and again, if it's like a super special thing, we're not saying drink it as the thing that's in the background as you're watching movies. It can be a special occasion whiskey, but you're saving it for...
I'm going to give you a quote that brought me to tears in Whiskey Level 2. At the Buffalo Trace store, Freddie Johnson is, at this point, a world-renowned tour guide.
Yeah.
He's been doing Buffalo Trace tours, knows unbelievable. I mean, it's been connected to the story for freaking ever. He's a landmark at this point.
An icon of...
And there's a short little video that he did talking about how he was handed this super special fancy whiskey.
Yeah.
And he took it home with to his dad, and his brother were hanging out. And he poured this tiny little dash of it into all that, and he put the cap back in. His dad said, "What are you doing?" And he said, "Well, I'm saving it. This is a really fancy whiskey,
Right.
and I want to I want to make sure that we have it for other special occasions." And the short version is his dad said, and this is my favorite line. His dad said, essentially, whiskey was meant to be shared,
Right.
not saved, right? And then he says, "We are the ones who are fragile in this equation. There will always be more whiskey. There will always be new whiskey being made and more whiskey bottled. It's us who are fragile."
Yeah. There's always going to be something special right around the corner.
And that line, that's the great line. It's us who are fragile in this equation. Don't hoard whiskey and miss out on the actual fragile, important part of the equation.
Yeah, well, it's this idea that the things that you consider precious, be very selective with those things. Mm-hmm. And more often than not, try to make those things people.
People instead of things.
Yes.
Here's to fighting, stealing, and drinking.
If you fight, may you fight for a friend.
If you steal, may you steal a lover's heart.
And if you drink,
may you drink with us.
Hey, thanks for hanging out with us in the Whiskey Vault. Don't forget to throw in a like, hit that subscribe button on the bottom right, and drop a question or comment down below.